Just go inside.
Please remain standing while we take the second stanza of the national anthem as the national prayer. Please repeat after me. O God of creation, direct our noble cause. Guide our leaders right. Help our young and grow and living just and true. Great lofty height attain to build a nation where peace and justice reign. Please remain seated. Thank you very much for your patience. The Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Rural Development, Dr. N.S.A. Omahihe, other directors at the high table, distinguished and erudite resource persons, development partners, gentlemen of the press, participants, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to this wonderful workshop. Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year once again. We are here on a very important topic, enhancing food security in Nigeria through the production of indigenous soil survey and soil fertility maps. And that is why we are here. The workshop is on the National Soil Survey and Soil Fertility Mapping. And I know that when we talk about food security, we have a series of challenges confronting and militating against the food production. You remember that in 2012, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA, established the Africa Soil Information Service. The goal is to increase smallholder farmers' productivity and to promote national and private sector policy changes towards more sustainable agricultural production. Soil Information Service is a data-driven soil map for Africa. There is no concerning the fact that Africa's Soil Information Service has provided a platform for Nigeria to update and revalidate our soil information using evidence-based decision-making tools that will enhance the agricultural potential as well as develop our economy. It is worthy of note that the soil information available in the country at the moment is the one generated during soil map of Nigeria project conducted in the 80s at a scale of 1:650,000. This has ultimately evolved into what is now known as National Soil Information Service. In order to achieve a smooth transition of the ASIS into NICES, the Department of Agricultural, Land and Climate Change Management Services is organizing a national stakeholders workshop with the following objective: to review the achievement of Africa's Soil Information Service vis-a-vis National Soil Information Service, to identify the gaps in the soil information in Nigeria. That is 2. 3, to identify all the analog legacy soil data existing in the country between 1945 today. To carry out the correlation of soil using modern classification scheme. 5, to develop a geographical information system model for harmonizing the existing soil data set. 6, to develop a format of soil data collection and reporting. To develop the terms of reference that is universally accepted for the conduct of soil survey and fertility mapping. I will not bother you with more other information. It is important that we create this background so that you understand the significance and the importance of this workshop. And this has availed participants who are here today to discuss, brainstorm, and articulate far-reaching recommendations that will reposition the National Soil Information Service for optimal productivity. And so, without further delay, I'm going to call with some little adjustment in the program. I have to call the representative of the Director Lands to come and give the opening remarks. Mr. O.A. Awu, please come for your opening remarks. Put your hands together for you.
Our Honorable Minister, the Permanent Secretary, sir, our distinguished guests, particularly the Chairman, Senate Committee on Agriculture, and the counterparts in the House of Reps, we are still expecting them. Inviting representatives of donor agencies and our development partners, our resource persons and participants. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and singular honor to make this opening request. These remarks are prepared by the Director of Agri-Plant Resources Department. I'm standing in for him because he is representing the Permanent Secretary. So I will go ahead and read his address. From available records, the conduct of soil survey and soil fertility mapping dates back to colonial time. The current soil information available in the country is the one generated during the Reconnaissance Soil Survey and Map of Nigeria project, which was carried out in the 1980s. At a scale of 1 to 650,000. From that period to now, it's about 40 years. As at the time of this semi-detailed survey in the 80s, it was expected that more detailed survey at an intensive level will be carried out in subsequent years. However, what followed were crop-based soil surveys for fertility evaluation and soil surveys in some states that were not representative of the entire country. These surveys did not follow a particular pattern and were not coordinated. This left us with fragmented soil data that are not adequate for land use planning and soil nutrient management, and implementation strategies for the conduct of another nationwide soil survey. Now let us look at why this national soil survey and soil fertility mapping is significant to the development of our country. Results of soil surveys will be used to determine soil health and nutrient status. The types of fertilizer, the rate, and the quantity will be determined with soil information. This soil information data, in addition to good agronomic practices, can double the yield per hectare of land. There have been results of this, from records in different parts of the world, where soil maps have been very useful and effective in increasing crop yields. We're happy to have our erudite professor, Professor Ogungule, our guest lecturer, to be able to speak more on this, to give us better understanding. Now, for the conduct of this survey, the ministry is involving all stakeholders in soil and crop science in our research institutes and universities, as well as development partners, so that we can conduct a reliable and cost-effective national soil survey, whose results will be acceptable by all, and such that will be of international standard. The workshop is planned to discuss the work plan and the duration of the survey. The types of technologies that will be employed in carrying out the soil surveys will also be determined in the course of this workshop. I must hasten to say that the focus of this workshop will not be on conduct of nationwide soil survey only, but we go further to discuss how to bridge information gaps concerning soils in the country. The workshop will also look at how we can harmonize soil data sets available in the country. It will also look at correlation of soils in Nigeria, in addition to soil analysis, since we are aware that there are a lot of things evolving in the world of soil science, and we want Nigeria to be part of these modern development and technologies in soil analysis and data interpretation. The workshop will also address the areas of the usefulness of soil fertility map in boosting food production for the main purpose of enhancing food security in our dear nation. So in sum total, that is what the workshop will try to address. We hope at the end of the day, we'll be on a good standing to be able to move ahead and ensure that we have detailed soil survey and soil fertility map that will help in enhancing food security in Nigeria in the nearest future. I thank you all as we go on with the workshop. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause to the representative of the director. I was popularly climate management engineer, Jehobelu, MNI. Please, a round of applause to him. Thank you very much. The following person should come over to the high table. Engineer Tunde Bello, Director of Farm Input Supply Support Service. Round of applause for you. I also have with me Engineer Abubakar Jibril, Federal Director of Cooperative. I also have with me Professor G.H. Sharubu, MNI. Please come on to the high table. So that ordinarily I ought to have introduced myself before the time, but because of some adjustment that skipped my head. That was a mistake of the head. My name is Samson Ikemita, Federal Minister of Information and Culture, Radio Assembly. A round of applause for you. Thank you for being my interviewer. Sometimes we need to create such sensation. The person I'm about to introduce, to invite to the podium now, I took little time to make some research about him. A professional accountant, a court technocrat, a very distinguished gentleman. In fact, I call him the doyen of the public service. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me as I invite to the podium the Permanent Secretary, Dr. N.S.A. Omahidi, for his address. Permanent Secretary. Okay, sorry, there was some adjustment. The Director, Department of Agricultural, Land and Climate Change, Management Services, Engineer Shehu Bello, MNI. Thank you for the correction. Welcome, sir. Representing the Permanent Secretary. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, ably represented by the Permanent Secretary, N.S. Omahe. The Permanent Secretary, again, N.S. Omahe, now represented by Engineer Shehu Tijani Bello, the Director of Agricultural Lands and Climate Change Management Services. I would like to stand on the existing protocol. I am delighted to welcome you all to the opening ceremony of this National Soil Mapping Workshop organized for stakeholders to brainstorm on how to make maximum use of our soil resources in view of its importance in agricultural production. Without soil, our existence and well-being will almost be impossible. This is why the workshop is important, and it is expected to initiate the process of conducting a nationwide soil survey and soil fertility mapping so that we can have good understanding of the best way of utilizing Nigerian soil resources. Now, these are words of the Permanent Secretary. I'm only representing him. On resumption of duty in the ministry, I was briefed on the nature of our soils. My attention was drawn to the obsolete state of our soil maps and the fragmented soil information that are not reliable for accurate land use planning. The current soil maps and baseline data used for cross-specific survey conducted under the Agricultural Transformation agenda of the previous administration were based on soil information derived from the Recognizance Survey that was conducted in the 1980s. We have neglected our soils for too long. We therefore need to take measures that will help in conserving the resources, our land resources, for future generations. The soil resources of Nigeria have not been studied at a scale detailed enough to facilitate planning for agricultural development. Hence, that the farming sector is I did not hesitate to convene this with proposed nationwide soil survey and soil facility mapping. A major benefit of the survey is access to real-time information about Nigerian soils by farmers. Your Excellency, distinguished Senator Abdullahi Adamu, Chairman, Senate Committee on Agriculture, you are welcome, sir. Farm Secretary, I have your permission to continue. Thank you, sir. A major benefit of the survey is access to real-time information about Nigerian soils by farmers, extension officers, fertilizer blenders, and land use planners. The aim of the workshop is to define a roadmap for Nigerian Soil Information Service. Nigerian Soil Information Service is the domestication of African Soil Information Service project, sponsored by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Alliance for Agricultural Revolution in Africa, AGRA. 4 countries, including Nigeria, participated in the AFSIS project that researched into African soils. We will deliberate more on this as the workshop proceeds. The workshop will deliberate and determine basic soil information required by our farmers, with particular reference to soil macro and micronutrient levels and the best ways of managing them for improved crop yields. At this stage of Nigeria's development, and with our rapidly growing population, we need to carry out continuous inventarization of soil. Therefore, we clear well-defined strategies for detailed soil survey and facility mapping of the country. The workshop should identify tools necessary for assessing the potential of our land resources for effective, especially during the Green Revolution in Asian countries. We hope to achieve this in Nigeria. Functional GIS laboratory will ensure continuous production of up-to-date soil maps. At this juncture, if I may ask, how many farmers do regularly test their soil before planting? We find that not many do that. We only apply fertilizer with guesswork. This we hope will have to change if Nigeria must increase productivity of its land. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank the Honourable Minister for his visionary leadership and efforts made toward achieving food security for the country. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a fruitful celebration.
Please, a resounding hand of applause to the permanent secretary. That was a wonderful speech. Thank you very much. Why the representative of the permanent secretary was delivering the permanent Please